So much needs to be revolutionized, and it all starts with our basic nature. Will we change? It's not even a question. We must. Given enough time, adaptation would take care of all this. Adaptation can take place on a very quick scale, given our knowledge of life forms that have evolved to meet changing environments. But we don't have the time. This requires the frontal lobes of our brain to reign over our impulses. Yes, we must reign on our parade of impulses, and we have the ability to do so. The future of human relationships will change. Marriage is being delayed, if at all. Children are being raised by single parents. Where does the government fit into this? If the government is involved, they make requests, which is intrusion into our personal lives. How much of that intrusion will we accept? How much are we willing to stand on our own 2 feet? The hardest change of all, changes we need to make, is human nature. Our minds are geared for fight or flight. We still have the prehistoric needs to be clannish, territorial, and warlike. We still desire to breed as often as possible, to have cheap labor. All this guarantees us zero future. In order to survive our changing world, mankind needs to change. We need to adapt to the fomenting changes around us. 7 billion people right now going to who knows what, 10, 12 billion? The planet can't support that. So what do? War? We can't make war anymore. The planet can't support that. I've got my space, this is mine, you can't come in. The planet can't support that. Human nature has to change, and we can do it. I'm an admirer of Dr. Jane Goodall. I visited with her not so long ago, and what an extraordinary character she is. Part of what I'm saying today, the need to be flexible, the ability to change with changing times, she's a perfect example of that adaptability. As you may know, Dr. Goodall has made monumental discoveries about chimpanzees and their nature. She studied to be a secretary, and by chance, she met Dr. Louis Leakey, the famous paleontologist. He convinced her that she had the ability to live in the wild and make scientific observations about chimpanzees. And that begat an entirely different career for that young lady with no degree from an accredited university to becoming one of the leading primatologists in the world. It's incredible. Dr. Goodall observed that the chimps weren't peaceful, docile, and vegetarians. They made war, were cruel at times. They hunted, ate meat, and sometimes each other. But then we discovered there existed another version of the chimpanzee, the bonobo. The bonobo and chimps are separated in Africa by the Congo River. The bonobos don't make war and eat meat less often. In fact, the bonobos would rather make love than war. Susan Blocks, who wrote The Bonobo Way, talks about the evolution of peace through pleasure. So maybe you can take that little rule with you as you exit the gates. Make love, not war. The bonobos, according to Frans de Waal, a famous primatologist, describes bonobos as extraordinarily peaceful and often resolve conflicts in a very physically loving way. Surely we advanced humans can do that too. You might say that the bonobo is a more peaceful, empathetic, sympathetic, kind version of the chimp. You might say the chimpanzee changed. I myself changed when I went to university, not knowing what I wanted to do. I took a business degree and graduated, but all that time, my interest was to be an actor. And so I started a career as an actor, became a writer, all things related to show business, including giving speeches of dubious truths to students like yourself. I have changed several times through the years. I've become interested in entrepreneurship. I have an interest in solar energy, electric bikes, virtual reality. I've allowed my imagination to take me to places I never thought possible. If I can do it, you can do it. There lies, just beyond our fingertips, the mystery of life. Just beyond our imagination, a universe of contemplation. We have no idea of anything, merely glimmers of possibilities. It's up to you to explore those worlds, up to you to find some tantalizing curiosity and follow it, explore it, enjoy it. It might take you to worlds you haven't dreamed of. Thank you.